Hey there, Silver Tongue Devil here, and in this live stream I finally get to stream Titan Isle. I've had this game for ages. This game is fantastic. This one is from the developers of Windlands and Windlands 2. If you are familiar with either of those games, you'll know exactly what we're in for tonight. Now, this one is all about the maneuverability, the floatiness of the movement, and at the moment the particular style of suit that I am in is very similar to how didn't do that very well, did I? Very similar to how the grapple shot suit works in Windlands, and it's very, very good. And we have a bow. And before you ask, yes, it is indeed on trigger. What are you talking about? I'm not too cheap to pay stream insurance. It's nothing to do with the jetpack, what you're talking about. So there are some other suits available in the game. We shall go and have a quick look at those, and then I will get out on mission. As I said previously, this is one of those games where the devs were kind enough to give me a key, and I haven't been able to do anything with it. I've put a bit of time into the game, but I haven't been able to do anything with it because I haven't been able to stream in this beautiful cinematic MetaQuest developer hub side of things until now. Now, I will warn you, I'm getting a little stuff in face at the moment, but hopefully as far as the stream is going good, then that's great. Hello, Hidden Princess. You can quite happily go and thump your Bible elsewhere. Not in this stream. Thank you very much. Now, as far as classes are concerned, we have the Hunter class, which I've already shown off what it does. We have the Storm class, which has your jetpack. Yeah, you're definitely preaching to the wrong dude. Have you not checked the name? I am anti everything you stand for. So we have blasters on our hands. We also have the ability, and I thought this was a really cool feature as well, we have the ability to bring our hands together, and we then have a rail shot rifle. We also have Boyce's favourite class, which is the Goliath, which is all about shooting goo everywhere with your kind of like scorpion-esque tail. We also have shield, so he's the heavy. He functions very much quite similar to how the jetpack does, except heavy end and quite tanky and defensive. And the blink, I don't get the blink. It doesn't seem amazingly implemented, but it's supposed to be about dashing. Okay, we've dashed into the thing by accident. So it's supposed to be about doing lots of dashing and wall running. Again, it's something that I'll play with at some point, but for now. So this is your kind of supersonic hedgehog. I think the main thing that puts me off is that the weaponry is thrown, and because it's thrown, it then means that I'm going to end up with fucking tennis elbow by the end of the stream. So we'll just stick with my favourite for now. Now, the other thing to note as well with the game is this is fully 4-player cooperative. The single player and the co-op are the same, so, you know, it's not like an arena-based cooperative. They've also, if you haven't played the game recently, added some additional bits and pieces. There's more colours, more bodies, more heads, more tools. Just basically a little bit more of absolutely everything. But I've got my setup the way that I like it at the moment. So we will stick with that. And let's get on mission, shall we? So if you are familiar with the likes of Titanfall or Windlands or Windlands 2, it is basically, this game is everything that I wanted from Windlands 2. I never played Windlands, and I know I think there was even less combat in that one. And then in Windlands 2, it was as much about traversal and exploration as anything else, but there was combat in it. I really liked the combat because zipping through the air and loosing off your shots at things was just fucking great, but it wasn't the focus of the game, even though it was done really, really well. And again, Windlands 2, 4-player cooperative. What Titanfall, what Titan Isle brings to the fray is the ability to traverse these absolutely huge and expansive environments and work your bow. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, tell it's been a little while. So you'll see that that's the penalty for falling. A little bit of life loss. I mean, you know, all part of the demo, all done purposefully, as you can probably appreciate. Doc, look, how many times do I have to tell you, falling to my death does not count. That was not a death. No. Procedurally generated to an extent environments, so I don't know what the different environments that are coming up are. I think, in fact, actually, I think they might be the same, but you can choose different routes within the different biomes. Oh, give over. I haven't got a jetpack like you lot. And we've got the old squiddies have made a return from the Matrix, just in case you didn't know. Alright, give us a sec. It's gonna take me a minute. Hey! Oh, now that is a death. It's gonna take me a minute to get back into this, and we're playing it on quite a difficult setting. So let's just not die anymore, everybody. So you should get an idea of what this game is all about, as rusty as I am with it. Should we just get all the advantages? It's always been something great, absolutely fantastic about this game. Oh, my shots are well off tonight. Don't think memory serves, I don't think there was fall damage, or at least not on what I consider my class. So if, like me, you are into your bow games, oh, it's you guys again. If, like me, you're into your bow games, and you like a swing-a-majig every now and again, this is the one. And as I said, I've kept this one quite quiet, ow, for a while. As I said, because I've put a lot of time into it, because it's great. But there is, and always has been, a problem with MetaQuest Developer Hub. Okay, that was a death. Ow! Okay, don't get your ass kicked, everybody! That's a lot of laser beams. Maybe I should have waited for the ladies. The cooperative is definitely something we want to be looking at later. Not this week, probably next. Because I definitely want to do, I've promised the ladies of the channel a little cooperative jaunting on this one, because yeah, like, don't get me wrong, this class is probably the most chaotic. I'm also playing it on quite a, I think I'm about cycle 8, something like that. That seems familiar. Ah! Everyone likes to see death. Everyone loves failure on this channel. Let me tell you that for nothing. Oh dear. Oh dear. Don't blast me. There we go. Yeah, traversal is probably one of the more difficult elements of the game. But as I get back into playing this... give me a minute. Just let me settle in. Let me settle in. I'm getting it. Getting back into the swing of a jig. As I said, there are multiple classes. The games... I hope not. I'm not going to look for them. I'm not going to look for them. So, at its core, this game is basically an arena shooter. So, you go from area to area, eliminating the enemies until you get to the end, and then you get to face off against a boss. And it's the way that you can get there, and the sheer scale of everything that's going on. And this is also another one of my favourite games because of what you can do. So, as a general rule, even though there is kind of a path of the way to go, we can pretty much go anywhere that we want to. And this is definitely one of those games that is capable of giving even me a big touch of vertigo, because the scale of this game has always been... let me up. The scale of this game has always been immense. Like, look at that. That's where we were fighting a minute ago. And I can go through the tunnels and clear the next area, or I can go over the top and ignore it completely, but there are secrets and collectibles. Like, look at that! So, we could just play with the jetpack, and maybe, if I get my ass kicked, I'll show you that. That is a lot less chaotic. The other thing to note is the Hunter class takes a hell of a lot of getting used to, because it's not easy. And once I'm back into the swing of things, anything that I show off is very much going to have been from my Windfall days, because I put a lot of time into making sure I got decent on the system of that. Aha! Ah! God, I wish these arrows were a little bit more lit. Probably shouldn't have turned off the old targeting. You'll see the targeters that I have of the grapple. Ah, missed you. Yeah, it's one of the, I suppose it's something that you kind of, I'm failing at the moment. I try and turn games with reticules, try and turn them off so that I don't get used to them, so that when I'm playing, I can give a more cinematic experience. It's the same reason why I turn the numbers off on games. Try and fire some wild shots. But yeah, you see a reticule, you want to try and point it at the enemy, and that's not how this one works. Who wants it first? You? There we go. Eyes in. Eyes in. Wide awake. One of the biggest tips, just in case you are playing this, one of the biggest tips that I can give you as far as traversal is concerned, with this style of game in particular, Titan Isle, it's a very floaty feeling game. Ha! It's a very, very floaty game. 46 for all 3 of those is pretty steep. The one thing that I would have said is Windlands is great as far as the exploration side of things, but if you want a little bit of like more combat orientated and less exploration, then I would say start with Titanfall and end with Titanfall. So yeah, what little I know of the traversal of this game, if you want to get some height, if you swing towards an object and then where's an example, like here, if we fire both there, that's how you get height. You fire both at the lip as you are passing underneath it. Now, how do you get so that you are just passing harmlessly underneath the lip? Well, that takes practice. But you go there. And that's a Windlands thing. There. Or at least that's how I've always found to do it anyway. And superhero landing. Excellent. Well done, everybody. Good superhero landing. Right, so we've killed the enemies in that area. There are boxes and various stuff for us to destroy. There's lots of collectibles in the game as well. There's even some of those famous content creators. No video DJs in this one, but there's some actual content creators. Their pictures are located about the place in the maps. There's also various collectibles as well, and targets to shoot. They don't do anything other than, you know, collecting them all, but there's a coolness in knowing that when you are traversing up these areas, that you're at least looking for something as you do it. This is definitely one of the later ones, Von, I know that much. Let's get up the top here and see what we're dealing with. Never forget about your wall bump jump, so to speak, as well. Like, look at this. Quest standalone, this is. Quest fucking standalone. And they say that they can't do games like this, and they say they can't get this level of scale, and there's and like, you know, and if to get this level of scale there has to be some kind of drawback. Not Titan Isles. Not Titan Isles. Can I actually use this? Hey, Squiddy. Oh, a cannon as well. Lovely. Who would have thought the reticule actually works? Oh!
Getting pretty close to running out of these.
All right, robot. I was dicking around. I forgot about the missiles. Right. So you get a limited number of respawns, and that is decreased based on the difficulty that you're playing it on. I'm playing it on normal difficulty, but the other thing, as Faye was asking about, oh, there's some enemies that are doing strange things, firing different things. There's more of them, and there's some ones that act differently as well. That's because that, if you want to, Von, you can. That can be your job. It's you, isn't it? Uh-oh. Let's just stay maneuverable from those rockets. Okay, that well, let's just not me. Stop it with the laser beams. Uh-oh. That's you dealt with. No, thank you, not the rockets. So yeah, we're it's on normal difficulty, but at cycle, I think I'm on cycle, I'm sure it's 8. Woo! Uh-oh. 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 No. Ooh. I probably should have started a new profile to show the game off a little bit. I'm sure it'll be fine. Was that Ki? I don't know if that was a manly Ki. Oh, I mean, I don't know if it was manly enough. Hup. But yeah, there is just something very cool about the movement. Ooh. Oh, shot. Bow mechanics. Very nice once you get them down. They don't quite go where they want you to. You can get a crosshair for them, though. Emulsion. Would you stop firing rockets? No, thank you. Hey, the door's open. Lovely stuff. So what I will do is I will show off the jetpack class when I've finished pissing about. But for me, this is the reason to play this game. The other thing that's quite cool as well is the different classes have various strengths and weaknesses against the different kinds of class. I mean, obviously, as you've seen, the hunter class with my amazing traversal and fantastic bow skills is just great about everything. So jetpack's almost like cheating in comparison, but what it does do is a game that is vast and is all about traversal. The jetpack, especially once you've leveled it up, you can just go off and fly everywhere and shoot things, and it's a very nice experience. These are the little boxes that have stuff inside them that we use towards our cosmetics. That's not worked so great, has it? I don't even know what boss this is. Oh dear. Well, guess we're gonna find out. I think this is a... Is this a... little mini boss? I mean, the music's definitely changed. Oh! Droidicas. Ah! It is another thing that I do appreciate on this game as well, is not every enemy fires directly at you. I think we've all played VR games where there isn't really that much challenge because they fire where you were all the time. Different enemies have different traits in this one. They'll try and predict where you're aiming to. All the enemies have a weak point as well. I think these guys, it's the little eye. They're at their most armored when they're rolling. There we go. Ow. One of the things that is quite a decent little tip to do, but not on these spiky balls. If you stay grappled to them too long, you will get reeled in eventually, and that hurts. But holding the grip button down whilst operating the bow, so you can see that I can kind of hook myself underneath here, holding grip now, and then I've got a really nice snipery type vantage point. Oh, well, that's where we're going then. Woohoo! But yeah, really cool, interesting environments. Really shit traversal as well. As maneuverable as the hunter class is, getting speed up quickly isn't... It's strong suit. That's a death. And let's just try and... Hup! Stop! Stopping quickly, just by planting both your grappling hooks into the ground. That is a thing. Fuck. There we go. Those are deaths. Those are deaths. Lovely. Yeah, we'll get this level completed, and then we will take the old jetpack out for a run. So that's the way to go. But there's all of this to go up and explore, and it's definitely a highlight. It's something that really stood out to me in the original Windlands game is that you can go up. The fact that you can even go up here, this is technically the top of the level, but to continue the level, we can either go through after clearing everything, or we can go through that way, and then we can go back up and over where we came from. Boing. And you'll see that if we were really good on our swingamajigging, we would have been able to work that and come all the way up over the top and avoid that section. But that's no fun. That's no fun. Also, the knowledge that things can be out here, so you need to go and have a look around because there's little collectibles. What do those collectibles do? Fuck all, but they need collecting. The bastards. Me and our own K2 have spent many hours combing this game. You can actually put a decent amount of speed together with the old hunter class as well. Right, let's go over the top. Hopefully there's no enemies here and it's nice and clear. Nope, there's enemies. Oh, I hate these guys. Oh, I hate these guys. Definitely the bane of my class. Got a very wide... Ow!
Not to worry.
Very wide shot. Again, on normal, the game is not normally like this. Right, let's go, let's just have a quick look through here. Just a quick nosy. Quick nosy. Huh? Ooh. Yeah, so I haven't, actually maybe I did see it. A lot of the time I'd like to think that there's stuff down there and if you could traverse it, that's great. A lot of the time it just leads off of the level. So, but yeah, there's various things to collect. One of the things that has been added recently to the game is if you have collected it already, it now shows as a transparent variant. So, if you are playing it in cooperative and you've collected it and your buddy hasn't, you can actually help them out. A little bit of an oversight when the game launched, because, you know, people are big on collectibles and friends always want to help friends with collectibles. To be fair, it's the same oversight that they had in the original... Yep. Same oversight that they had in Windlands, because Windlands 2 I think it was. Windlands 2 had lots and lots of collectibles. Where are you coming from? Oh, you're coming from there. Okay. More enemies? But yeah, as a general rule with traversal as well, if you want to move from one area to another, or if you want to traverse, you use one arm. If you want to gain some height or do a massive change of direction, use both at the same time. Again, I've got it on the reasonably basic controls as well. The only thing that's missing from this is the ability to flip upside down. It'll be complete when they add that. Hoping that they might add that as a suit upgrade, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Oh, he's not gonna make it. I mean, I made it exactly where I was supposed to. Okay. No. But yeah, there are a few exceptions to the rule. But as a general, if you can see it, you can go there. And a lot of the time, you kind of want to as well. What we got through door number 3? Another thing that's quite annoying, don't know if they've changed it yet or not. A lot of these crystals make the same noise as secrets in the game. That's pretty fucking annoying. Oh, good. Boss. Which one? Okay, well, I'm maneuverable. These things really help maneuverability. So, oh dear. Okay, so normally it'd just be the big mech. But, because I'm playing it in a silly level cycle, I've got this little dude to deal with as well. this is something that I do really appreciate. Go away from me. It's something that I really appreciate on this game as well. They haven't just upped the HP of enemies and increased their... I mean, they have increased their numbers. They haven't just upgraded the HP and the amount of damage that enemies do in higher cycles. They've actually added, like, little additions like this. Yes, it's just an extra enemy, but so many games would...
Getting really short on
yeah, I know, right? So many games would just up the HP and do nothing else. This changes the dynamic of the fight. We haven't even started fighting that thing yet. Oh, good. You'll also note that on one of the themes of the game is that there are orange plates. Orange plates, as a general rule, need knocking off before you can defeat a thing. I mean, Kiai! Oh god, escape, escape, escape! Should really... They have changed how the charge shot of the bow works. I'm not particularly familiar with it at the moment, so my gameplay will not be quite as good now as later on. Again, this is the only reason why I don't want to do hours of games. I'd much rather settle in on a particular game and just play that for a stretch. But yeah, what I'm doing at the moment is working well enough. Oh, what do you think about that? Oh dear. Oh dear. Ha! What I'm doing at the moment, as far as the channel is concerned, is working well enough that I want to continue. And you guys watching is always appreciated. Lovely! Monolith complete. Or, well, yeah, wrong game. Probably wrong game. And there you go. So that's a level. So I do feel like that charge up has been improved. If only my aim was good. That seems to be doing a lot more damage, as it should be now. Always. Always worth checking. See? Look, collectibles. Yum, 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 yum. We'll have that box and all. That currency goes towards, I think I mentioned, the cosmetics and such. And there we go. Back on the ship for tea and biscuits, I believe. So for anybody playing this for the first time, one of the things that you will find, it is like ice skating. When you are moving, there is quite a lot of inertia for when you hold the stick and then let go again. It feels very floaty and at times a little bit unresponsive, but it is a design choice. It is done purposefully, just like the fact that I can go in the pilot seat and go, yeah, that one's done. That one is definitely done for the Gorilla Tag fans. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. There you go. Well, that was 42 minutes of me getting my ass kicked. There we go. God, that took his fucking time. Jesus. And you and your crew get to sit in all the seats. There are actually eight seats in that for some reason. Also, I don't know about you, but I think my servos were seizing up from the cold. Plus, we cleared up some bad beasties at the same time. Not bad for a day's work. Let's get back to Visca. I can't imagine she'll want to wait long for this. And then maybe I can have a soak in a nice hot bath. Alright, fucking personal space and everything, yeah, you prick. What do you mean we? I didn't see you with a fucking bow being an exemplary marksman. I'll edit it later, so it looks really good. Right.
Welcome back.
So we'll have a quick spin around in the storm suit, which I think I have fully upgraded. One of the other things that's actually been added is they have put a prestige system in now as well. And from what I can gather, if you can as you prestige through the levels, it actually makes you, it adds to your stats, it makes you faster. So... What VR games do I play? All sorts, mate. All sorts. Yeah, I don't need to hear all of this. I just need to shoot things. So, if you were thinking that what you just saw was a bit fucking chaos and looked a bit too much, let me tell you that that is not the only way to play this game. It's one of the things that I do really appreciate about Titan Isle is, I keep calling it Titanfall, it's not Titanfall, is that each of the different classes plays a different way in this vast world. Maneuverability and traversal is always at its key. You've got the dashing character that I don't really understand in a game where you can, you know, just have a fucking jetpack and be Boba Fett. And when you level up the jetpack as well, you can fly for a silly amount of time, and you'll see that I am very maneuverable. From what I can gather as well, the controls are... Actually, I can't say that because I haven't actually played Iron Man. That is on the list, though. But the controls are literally grip to activate your wrist boosters, and they will take you in directions based on which way you point this. And then you have like a back burner, which is your main jetpack for really getting some height. So yeah, nice and... So this makes the game... You don't have... The Storm class does not have as much firepower as the Hunter. Definitely not now. And not as much as the Goliath. The Goliath is not as quick and maneuverable. So if you were starting this game, I would highly recommend the Storm and then have a look at the other classes. But if you want to be a bit bonkers, grapple about the place and shoot everything like Boba Fett, this is the class. This is your class, Jeff. And we will be doing some cooperative streaming of this one. Again, I mean, the game's been out a while. I'm always going to toe the line of pick it up when it's on a sale. You know, maybe I'm the reason why fucking VR's dying on its ass. The reason why I say get it, well, I mean, I picked this up day one, but I was given it day one. If I wasn't given it, I would have picked it up day one. It is worth the price of admission. I think this one, when it originally launched, was $17.99. The suits do feel different enough. The Hunter class, the Storm and the Goliath play kind of similar, and then the Blink class, they feel like 3 different ways to play, so almost like 3 games in one, in a way. Right. We're in.
Okay, this is it. Everything until now was warm-up. We're at the apex.
Oh, cool. Okay, we'll take the end boss on then. Ow. Oh yeah, you have to wait for it to charge up. No! I forgot you have to wait for it to charge up. So the railgun starts off with a pathetic amount of shots and a pathetic amount of damage, but it does get much better. Look at that, straight and level flight. Always the dream. To be fair, the wrist rocket, the little wrist blasters that I'm using here are probably one of the best weapons that it's got going, because they're easy to use and you can quite simply maneuver around with them whilst putting a lot of firepower down, and then you kind of use your railgun for dealing with things like bosses or particularly tough enemies or ones that are very maneuverable. I'm already missing my grappling hooks. I really am. There is a finite amount of energy that we have to play with here. It's one of the things that I did ask for in the game is this feels like it needs a little bit more. The iron sights are... they're alright. But you haven't really got time for acquiring targets via iron sights in a game like this. Plus the maneuverability and the movement. I'd like to see like a red dot or a holographic sight on this. I believe I've said as much with the devs. This environment... oh, hello! This environment's a little bit more closed off than normal. Oh dear. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're out of jetpack fuel. Okay, we're back. Ooh. Trying. Yee. Are you firing rockets at me? You are, prick. What are you thumping about?
This door won't open until the hive mind controlling it is gone. Look for more enemies.
Ow.
You could try shooting the door, but the best thing to do would be to clear this area of danger.
Thankfully, there's no cooldown on the old, ow, rocket blasters, wrist blasters rather. We've just got to be wary of our energy. Right, where are these fucking... there? Bloody rockets. Do love the weight of firepower that that thing throws out as well, forcing you to move. Always a cool thing. And a good boss fight. As bosses go. Ow. As bosses go, this one's reasonably simple. Nice way to stop yourself dead is thumbs down or controllers down and then hit both the rockets, and that will slam you down and into the ground. So yeah, nice, easy class. Ow. Ow, my face. Nice, easy class to use. Although you can get a little bit outpowered. As you'll see, our weaponry doesn't take things out anywhere near as quickly as we were previously. In some levels, there is kind of an invisible wall, but it's at least done reasonably. Oh yeah, I've got the blast radius on these shots now. Yes. So, if you wanted to be the fucking up in the hills railgun sniper rifle type, you could be. I think they've added that. The radius on that is absolutely huge. Who needs to fucking aim when you've got a radius that big? It's obviously... I don't say obviously. Diminishing returns. Direct hits will do a lot more damage. Cheeky with the railgun. Oh, are you just going to stay there then, are you? Fine. And I do like the fact that it is literally a gesture. Ow. Where you bring your hands together and that creates the rifle in your hands. That's a very cool feature. And you can also... What are you doing? Wow, this guy's got some maneuvers. You can change the sensitivity for that. It only puts it together when you have one hand in front of the other and close. And also left-handed and right-handed straight off the bat. So whether you be a lefty-loosey or a righty-tighty, you're catered for. Oh, I probably should deal with you guys first. Ah, lava! Lava! You'll see that parts can be broken off of the enemies. Not only does that do damage, but there's certain enemies where you have to take their parts off. There's others where taking all of their parts off automatically destroys them. Again, it's the difference between almost like a skill kill and not. I think we'll just use this, you know. That's a big rock. Uh-oh. Ah! Ah! Rocket! Ooh! I mean, I wasn't planning on showing off the end boss of the game tonight. But again, these same levels that I'm playing now are the ones that you would play in the multiplayer. Let's... Ooh. Those missiles are... bane. Bane of existence. I do like that you can blast those rocks out of the air. I've never done that with the boat. Thanks, Fawn. Ow! You just said it as well. Oh. Phase 2. Hup. Ow. And you'll see as well, I mean, I'm probably hiding it very cleverly, but there's not very many... I've got my character fully upgraded as well, but there's not many times where I'm having to really manage my energy. You can't fly forever. You can just fall with style for a very long time. Have I seen that what has... say that again, Jeff. Did you say Blackgate? Hang on. I better check that. Hold up. It didn't say... Yeah, I thought you said Blackgate. I've never played Blackgate. It's another one of those games where it's like, yeah, multiplayer only, but what happens if nobody gets it or nobody plays it? You know, there's no like single player or cooperative, and I don't think there's a mode here, because if that's the one that I'm thinking of, that's where you're a team of 4 up against another person. So a similar vein as games like Evolve back on the PlayStation, for those that might remember that one. And the problem with games like that, when you're a niche within a niche within a niche within a niche, as we are within the VR landscape and standalone and all that lot, making a game that relies on a massive player base, it's not a great strategy. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? Hello. Yeah, you're not wrong. Oh, good. Oh, ah! Hey! That was my floor.
Its core is exposed.
Oh, I know.
Don't quit now.
Okay, let's get the old jetpack fully fueled back. So yeah, simply landing and then taking off again is how I'm recharging my energy. It's okay, we've got loads of lives left. It's only normal. I think we might have to destroy these first. And, of course, as is the style of the times, if we did want to completely cheese this boss, you can. I'll, deal with this rocket and then show you how. Okay, bye then. So, yeah, this is quite a nice place of cover to deal with the M boss. You can sit back here and snipe away if you've got one of these. And he'll find it very difficult to shoot at you. In fact, I don't even think he's going to bother. And that's a great place to beat him with the bow as well. But let's at least make it like he's got a chance. Whoop. Thankfully, unlimited blaster energy, so... Ow! What a spiteful prick!
And me with my moral support. Oh, I was incredible. Okay, credit where it's due. Let's call it 60-40, 70-30. Oh, fine, 80-20. Oh, your silence is very persuasive.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's definitely not talking about me.
And tell the team the good news. Then I'm retiring with full honors.
There you go.
First time saving the world. I thought there'd be, well, I don't know, trumpets, choirs. Meh.
Come on,
Great.
get me out of here. Lovely. Another cycle complete. And it just gets harder. You also get your little leaderboards as well of kills and assists, and for completing missions is how you get the things that then allow you to upgrade your suit. You'll also be very happy to know, and I think this is quite important in games as well, you can get the upgrades that are a universal system. You can get the upgrading currency with any of the class, and it works on any of the classes. So what that means is if you're really good on the bow, you can fully unlock that and then use points to start unlocking the other classes that you shit with. And that's always appreciated. The fucking music and the ending of this game is absolutely fantastic as well. But we shall indeed end on this as a bombshell. This has been the fantastic Titan Isle, running natively on the Quest 3. I have been Silver Tongue Devil. Good night.